What's up, everybody? It's Chris and Steven. We're going live with Wealth Webinar, and today we're talking private money. We're talking private money, hard money. We're talking being your own bank, you being the bank and being a lender. But you know what? This isn't just for you lenders out there or wannabe lenders. This is also for the borrowers. We're going to cover two sides of the coin. We're going to cover what it takes to be a private lender, how you get started, what you need to know, and we're going to talk about being a borrower. How do you be a good borrower? Literally, I wrote a book on all of this, and every one of you can get this book. You can just go on my website, chrisnaugle.com. You can get a copy of it, and it's free. You just pay the shipping to your house or get the ebook, and that's totally free. If you guys like audiobooks, we also have it on an audio book. But we're literally going to cover the solutions for finding money, where to go, and what to do. So that's the most important thing. Steven, would you like to say anything before we kick this off?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a more important subject than ever before. I mean, the last decade, we've had a lot of free money out there, very cheap money. It flows, it's available, anybody can access it. And as we're tightening down right now and restricting the economy, and rates are rising and banks are tightening up and everything that's going on, just money's becoming tighter and tighter and harder to access and get loans. And so the timing of this right now is absolutely perfect. If you're somebody that is looking to borrow money, to do more deals, to get into real estate investing, to be an active investor. And on the flip side of that, with the volatility in the markets, and we're facing a recession and possible depressions and everything else that we got going on, just a mayhem in this country right now. You know, on the lender side of things, the timing could not be more perfect to be able to get your money into consistent, predictable deals where you get nice, solid returns. So whether you're on the borrower or lender, or whatever your situation is you're on right now, today's gonna be very, very relevant for you, and the timing is perfect.
I couldn't agree more. Kind of like what Steven said. I mean, I cannot think of a better time in history to learn what we're teaching you today and what we teach every single day in terms of taking back control of your money. We should all know by now that the banks make the money, right? And being the bank just makes sense. But the problem with that is so many people, when we talk about private money club or we talk about lending or being the bank, so many people are like, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, that's what today's for, literally to show you how to do that. It doesn't matter what side you're on. You might be somebody that wants to borrow money for the real estate deals that are starting to lose value. I was just on a podcast with a guy in Salt Lake City, and he was saying like they're seeing 30% drops in real estate values in Salt Lake, which makes sense because real estate values in Salt Lake went way up, which means they got to come way down. I mean, it's what goes up must come down, and that's what you're seeing. But having access to capital, having access to private money, which is in my eyes, and Steven, you can comment, the best money you can get, because that money is tied to a relationship that will pay dividends for maybe the rest of your life. When you build a relationship with a bank, do they really care about you? Maybe a community bank a little bit, but other than that, no. Banks don't care about you. You're a number. You're a profit center. They want you to give them your money, and they're going to pay you a ridiculously low interest rate. Even as the Fed raises interest rates, your bank account hasn't gone up hardly at all. Funny how that works. But banks don't care about you. They just want to use your money to make your money go to work for them instead of it working for you. And you got to change that. So if you're somebody that's got money or somebody that needs money, this is a unique time. You are on one side or the other. And what I'm going to do is in this one, I'm literally just going to draw a circle. You have money. And that comes in a lot of shapes and sizes. Maybe it's savings. God forbid you got that bunch of money sitting in your checking account. Maybe you got some CDs. Maybe you got some specially designed and engineered whole life. Maybe you got some self-directed IRAs, 401ks, home equity lines of credit. You guys get the drift, right? You're one of these. So that puts you on this side. Now, on the other side is the rest of you. You need money to make money. Let's just talk about what does that take to make these two people come together so that the people that need money have their problem solved and the people that have money have their problem solved. And really that just comes down to the middle. And I'm just going to write education. Okay, and that's really all it is. The other thing I want to do is I want to highlight that this circle represents community, represents culture. Because I think we can really be honest with ourselves and say that all of us are subscribed to this culture where you want to take back control of your money. You want to take back control of your financial life. So that would be the culture that we've got inside of this community right here. For all of you on there that have money, so you are the haves. And I'm not saying the other people on here are the have-nots. They're just the people that need money. So You are the people that have money. So over here, and it doesn't matter where your money is, okay? Your money resides somewhere. So we're just going to put it that way. All of you that have money in the chat, what I want you to do is I want you to tell me what are the most important things that your money making more for you would have to fit into. Like let's create a little box. Actually, I'll just make this the box. It's more of a rectangle, but you get the drift. Yeah? Let's hit the ones that are usually the most popular. Okay, first off, return on investment. We want it to be secured. Do legacy, freedom. I mean, really, they're all important. Consistent and predictable. So let's just knock these out. So from a return standpoint, what's a good return? Good ROI for the money that you have? 15, 10. All right, so we'll go over here. 10%, 15%, 10, okay, 12 to 15, 20, 30. Some of these numbers, we're going to have to do different strategies, right? 30% is a different strategy than 12 to 15. You know, we just got to be very cautious about the return, because the higher you get this return, the more risk you're going to have to take. It's just the law of how it works. All right, so that's the first thing. Now, security. Number one, security can come in the form of a contract. Some contracts can actually provide guarantees, but make sure whoever is guaranteeing it actually has the ability to guarantee. How about security? Who else on here? Like with security, what else do you think about when you say security? So contract with guarantees or just a contract. We can kind of call each of these a separate thing. How about assets, right? Tangible asset. Because we got to start thinking like a bank, right? So a bank is always going to want collateral. So I'm going to write collateral. Let's see, return on investment, first position lien. Yep, lien, collateral, same thing, first or second. Okay, so we can actually start getting a little bit into this. We can start saying, okay, they want a first or a second position. In other words, they want to be first, numero uno, for whatever asset is collateralizing that. Some people are okay with a second position because, hey, maybe there's enough meat on the bone, in other words, to not just pay back the person that's person that's first, but also plenty to pay back the person that's second. Now let's take this lingo to a bank. What does a bank do from a contract standpoint? They do a note, okay, a promissory note. It's every loan that you've ever done. They might not call it a note, but it is a note. You've always signed a note. The note is very specific. The very first thing that we need to start understanding is that you never ever send your money out to work without some type of legal document that will lay out the terms, the note, and we're just going to call that a note. Sometimes PPM could be another word, and the note's going to call out the rate of return. So now we can bring this over to here. It's going to call out whatever the return is. We'll call 10 to 12%. Okay, it's going to call out the payment. So how much is that payment? Is it simple interest? Is it interest and principal? However you want to do it. And then down here, it's going to lay out a term. For how long is this money going to be out? And then it's going to lay out the consequences in most cases, like what happens if you don't pay, what happens if you're late charges, and at what point do we go after to take back the tangible asset that was collateralizing the note. So get yourself a note first, okay? Get an attorney, get a note. Don't cheap out on this because you can customize the note to be anything you want. The note is the first part for getting everything lined up, but the note does not give you any real security. The note is just terms. So all we're going to do is we're going to write down the note equals terms. Okay, almost the rules of the game. Here's the terms for me to lend you my money. I've got money. We've already identified that. And I have a rate of return I want to make. I want that money to be secured. I want it to grow. I want to earn compound interest. I want to scale this money. I want to 10x it for those the bigger returns. I want to provide a legacy. So should I die, this note then is payable to my daughter. I want freedom, which is provided around the interest rate. And I want consistent and predictable return or interest, which is the monthly payments. Okay, so you got it? We covered a whole bunch of bases there. The second thing you're going to need, so note is terms. Now, the next thing we're going to do is just another legal document, and this is going to be the security. Now, in every county, this is going to look different. So I don't have a sample that I can show you because mine will not apply to yours. Wherever you're at in the state, or the country, I should say, you're going to have a different security instrument. Now, the security instrument, 9 times out of 10, is going to basically be a mortgage for real estate. So I'm just going to write down a mortgage or a lien. Okay, because we all have seen these. This is our security where we're going to take that tangible asset. I don't care if it's a car, I don't care if it's a house, whatever it is, that, a boat for all you Floridians, that's your boat. This asset is going to collateralize this either in the form of a mortgage or a lien. Now, here's where you don't have to be smart. And please, please don't try to be this smart. Do not do your own mortgage. Do not do your own lien. That'd be crazy. So your mortgage and your lien, have an attorney draft them, because they have to not just be, you're not going to just have the borrower sign a mortgage or a lien and be like, oh, I'm done. The note, no problem. They can just sign the note, or maybe get it notarized and that's done. But the mortgage has to be recorded. So I want you to write a keyword. Security must be recorded. And it's usually at a courthouse, sometimes DMV, whatever. It's got to be recorded. Without the recording, the piece of paper means nothing, because once they record it, that's basically going to lock the asset, so that this collateralized asset is going to now be tied to your money and your loan in the form, and nationwide. They can't sell that car anywhere. They can't just drive out of New York and go to PA and sell the car and be like, oh, that was a New York mortgage or a New York lien. Well, we're going to sell it there. That's what I like about real estate. Cars are cool, boats are cool, but they move. Cars, you get in it, you can take it across the country. There's one other document that we got to really think about, because if you're lending on a car or a house or anything, I mean, natural disasters hit. I mean, look at Tampa in Florida, right? That hurricane that came through. Houses were decimated. Literally, when that surge came in, there was houses that were decimated. Let's say you were lending and you had your notes and your mortgage on that house, and there is no house. There's just a concrete pad because that surge swiped that house out. Do you think that person is going to be able to pay you on that note? And if you want to take the property back, do you really just want a concrete pad? So this is another thing, and this is oftentimes missed. How about insurance? We love that. How about making sure that you've got some insurance? And there's different ways to do this, but I always just say be additionally insured. Okay, make sure you're added to the insurance policy. It costs the borrower nothing. So if you're lending on a property, and we'll get into the checklist in a second, but you're lending on a property, by the time you get to the point where the deal is going to close, just say to the borrower, hey, listen, do you have insurance policy on this yet? No. Okay, I need you to get one. I'm not going to close. I'm going to call the attorney and tell them, until you provide an insurance certificate naming me additionally insured up to the amount that I'm lending in the note, I'm not authorizing the deal to close. You watch how fast that person will have insurance. Probably an hour. About all it takes. Stephen, when you need insurance on one of your properties, you just call your insurance broker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they send over a certificate of insurance in like the same day, an hour. And if you needed to add somebody as additionally insured, it costs you nothing. So why don't we just make sure we're going to then continue to protect. So insurance equals protection. So now we've got security, protection, and we got the terms all spelled out with 3 documents.
Just like an auto loan. I mean, if you get an auto loan, the bank is the additional insured on there every single time. It's the exact same thing.
Yep. Every single time. And folks, you guys can see the similarities here. Every time you've taken a loan from a bank, or every time you've gotten a credit card, you fill the application out and then you get the documents sent to you. It's a note. Okay, a credit card wouldn't have a lien or a mortgage, but every car loan you've ever done, every boat loan you've ever done, every mortgage you've ever done, there's a mortgage or a lien on it 100% of the time. And every single time you've borrowed from a bank, they've required that you get insurance. If it was a tangible asset, car insurance, boat insurance, house insurance, business insurance, liability insurance, you get the drift. So these are the things that we need. And really, that's it. That's pretty much all you need. You need the note, or we'll just say the terms, okay, note, JV, whatever that is. We need a mortgage, if it's real estate, or a lien, so that we're protected, okay? And then we need insurance. And we have covered every one of your topics. We've gotten the terms that we want set up here, okay? Then down here, we've gotten the security that we want. And right here, we've protected it all. This is what a bank does every single day. So if you're somebody with money and you want to make more money, this is how you learn how to drive the car. You first learn how to get a note. You second, get an attorney that understands how to secure your investment through a mortgage, through a lien, or some other form of security. And then you just ask the question, can you get some insurance that names me additionally insured? Is anything there hard? So we understood all this stuff for the lender. Now what we're going to do is now we're going to talk about the borrowers. Okay, so the borrowers need money. So now let's go back to all of you that said need money real quick. What are some of the things, like, let's start with this. What is an interest rate you'd be willing to pay for money right now? Remember, we got to kind of see how our our goals align with the lenders, 10 to 15. All right, so 10 to 15, we got one person that came in, 12 to 15. All right, good. So 12 to 15, 10 to 15. What are some other things that you'd want from a lender? Like what would you want? What kind of terms? 12 months, 24 months, 36 months? Like give me a range. Like how long do you want to borrow money for? Let's come in 6 to 12 months. Matthew, I like you, man. I'd lend to you. 6 to 12 is my sweet spot. Are you saying that just because that's what I said I lend on? Anyone need longer term money? Because there's a lot of lenders in Private Money Club that will not lend on 6 to 12 month deals because they want their money out there working longer. My business partner. Yeah. So Tanya, like there's a lot of big lenders on there that want their money out longer than that. They want like 36 months beyond. 18 months is key. At 18 months, you're going to get the people that are okay with longer term, and probably a lot of the shorter term people might be willing to go 3 years. Okay. 3 years. Most of the people in Private Money Club are going to fit all of those terms. So remember, the lender is going to set the terms. They're going to have an ROI they want. You guys are good with what you said, 10 to 15, 12 to 15, 6 to 12, and then your duration. And then are you, what about for collateral? What are you willing to put up for collateral? Yeah, and Will had a good one. Flexibility on monthly versus end payout. So a lot of lenders like Chris Rude, he's trying to move. Chris Rude's one of the preferred lenders on there because people love lending to him. He's trying to move to back end. He's trying to put all the interest on the back end, but he's willing to pay a higher interest rate because then he doesn't have to have the cash flow going out during the period of the time. His deals are short though. So I will say one thing, Will, if you're going to do a back end payout, most lenders are going to probably shy away from the deal if it's longer than 12 months with a back end. I would want nothing to do with it. I'm okay waiting 12 months for the interest payment because I'd not get a bigger payment. But for a lot of people, that would limit the amount of lenders you'd have because some of the lenders are lending from a 401k, lending from a policy, lending from a home equity line of credit. So therefore, they have an expense to lend. So they're going to be out of pocket for all those months. It just adds another element. As the borrower, so you're the borrower, our expectations need to match that of the lenders. So if we're going to build a relationship, we got to have similar viewpoints, rate of return, term, and then we also got to be willing to put up the collateral. And we also are going to have to, if you want to be a good borrower, here's what I would tell you. You're going to have to be able to structure your deal really well. We call it the perfect loan proposal. Go on and get the book, folks. So if you go in and get the book, all you borrowers, like this should be a mandatory thing. Go to chrisnaugle.com and just get the book, because in here, it literally shows you exactly how to structure a deal. And I will tell you, there's probably very, very few lenders on Private Money Club that would not be okay with the perfect loan proposal. It's going to cover everything that you need. So I'm not going to spend time going into this, but I'll blurt out a couple things. So the perfect loan proposal would consist of a credibility piece. It's your who, your what, your why. On Private Money Club, eventually we're going to have a template of this, but we can help, with that in different things that we do. Okay. It's going to want to know about your deal. What are the specifics of your deal? As detailed as you can get. It's going to want comparable sales or CMA. Okay. Comparative market analysis. You can get that from the software in Private Money Club. It's going to want to know the appraisal or the BPO. How much does somebody else, a third party, say your property's worth? And is that in line with what you're saying you're asking for? It's going to want your LLC, your corporate docs, your personal financial statement, supporting documentation. So if you say you got $1 million in the bank account, prove it. Support that. Okay. So I would want to see supporting docs. I want to see a list of all the real estate deals that you've done. I just lent money to another Taylor on here, and he sent me a spreadsheet of all the real estate deals that he has and all of his rentals. That made me feel nice, warm, and cozy because I just tallied up. Well, he had it all tallied. I'm like, wow, you're bringing in this much, and that's how much you're spending. You got a nice cash flow going on every month, which means I get paid. That's what I care about. I care about my return. I care about getting my payments every month, and I care about returning my money at the end. That's all I care about. 3 years tax returns, I'll often ask for that, especially if it's somebody I don't have a relationship, and credit reports. And then it goes in here and it really shows you, and it shows exactly how your deal should be structured. Like literally, it just walks you through what does a good deal look like? I mean, visuals. So there you go. That's a deal. And then there's your spec sheet and all the rehab and the comps, and then all the photos. Like it's just going to give you an example, and then it explains the perfect loan proposal. That's it. So trying to keep that simple. I'm just going to write perfect loan proposal and then reference book. So learn how to structure your deal. Not only that, get some stuff put together in the back end. If you're a real estate investor and you've got real estate deals you've done, organize them. Show me, as the lender or any of the other lenders on here, show me your real estate deals. I want to see them. I want to see behind, drop your pants. I don't mean to say it that way, but like, I want to see your personal financial statement. I want to see what you got. How much money you got? How much you got in retirement accounts? What's your income? I want to see all that. And I want you to support it. Okay. I want you to show me supporting documents. So I want you to be able to show me at least this stuff right out of the hole. Now I might ask for more, but if you came to me and I inquired about your deal, I said, I'm interested on Private Money Club. We went in here. I'll do it just so you guys can get a visual of it. So we're in here. I'm looking at one of your deals. We'll just go to this guy. So this is your deal. This is your deal. And I'm interested right here. I want to see the loan proposal, or is it still available? Or I'm interested in more info, whatever. I'm going to send this. I want you to be able to then, if I'm going to feel really warm and fuzzy, if you sent me all this stuff right out of the hole, I'm feeling super good. Make sure you black out all your account numbers on the supporting documents. And you don't really need to send the supporting documents on a first inquiry like that. Once we get deeper and deeper into it, we'll do that. The messaging center on Private Money Club is secured, so you don't have to worry about it leaking. So this is what you as a borrower needs to get good at. Showing the deal. Okay, this is what I want to know. And also show that you have the ability to pay. And then also another thing too that would make me feel really good is once we kind of get into it, and I ask you what title company that you're using or what attorney you're using, you send me over an entire sheet with all the information of your contact, your attorney, your title. Because don't you dare ask me to send the money to your bank account, we're done. The second you ask me to send money to your bank account, we're done. Money, and this is for lenders, money never ever gets sent to anyone other than a third party. So I want your third party escrow. And I also want my attorney to talk to your attorney. Hey man, my people are going to talk to your people. Is that cool? Oh yeah, here's my people's info. So you got all that title information or attorney's information. Now I'm feeling cool. Now I'm feeling real good. And then if you really want to wow me, you can say, hey, listen, on all of our lenders, one of the things we do is we do a monthly newsletter. Now I know this is crazy, but it's not. We do a monthly newsletter that we send out to all of our lenders showing you the progress of the deal. Listen, guys, lender or borrowers, you got me once you say that. Like once you're going to say, hey, I'm going to send you a newsletter showing you the progress of this deal. I'm going to send you photos, things that are going on, market conditions. Dude, I'm feeling real good because now I'm thinking to myself, this guy's done this before. This girl's done this before. You see what I'm saying? Like go the extra mile. If you're going to be a borrower on Private Money Club and you want to raise millions and millions of dollars and get stupid, filthy rich because you got the access to the money, you got it. So play the part. Go above and beyond. Do more. Be more. Make your lenders your priority. I don't give a shit about your deal. I give a shit that I'm getting my money. The deal, that's just the machine you're using to give me my money. Demonstrate that you are going to give me my money and that you're a good operator. And then after that, borrowers, just follow the protocol. Don't make me ask you for the insurance, okay? Don't make me ask you for the insurance. Just say, hey, listen, this is my insurance agent. Who do you want them to list as additionally insured? Great, LC Strategic Realty, perfect. You should be taking notes. And if you're not, like you're missing a full education here. Be ahead of me. I got the money. I can make your dreams reality. I can lend you money and you're going to help me because I want to make money. But you need it more than I do. I already got money. I'll find 10 other people. You need the money next week. Get ahead of me. Make it seem like you're 2 steps ahead of me all the time with everything that I'm going to ask. Hey, I figure you're going to be asking for this. So I included, our insurance broker who's going to set up the insurance on the policy before we close. Hey, I also sent you over the title company that we're going to use. Have your attorney reach out to them and, they'll be more than happy. I'll notify them that they should be expecting a call. Like now you're ahead of me. And now I feel super comfortable. If you all want to do a demo, you want to have the team walk you through and do a demo. We're doing them every single day, all day. And all you do is you just call 833-JOIN-PMC. And you can either talk to somebody right there, ask additional questions, or jump on a demo and actually see the team go through a demo for the software. Those are great ways. And also too, another thing, listen, some of you maybe aren't ready for it. Go in and create a free account. Just know you can't do anything with a free account, but window shop. You can go on and look at everything, but you can't email anyone. You can't get anyone's information, and you definitely can't post deals or lend money. but it's a great way to get in and look at it. And then once you're in, if you want to take the next step, then you just call 833-JOIN-PMC. Just think of that jingle. Call 833-JOIN-PMC. We'll have a commercial for that soon. But with that being said, folks, I know we're 15 minutes over, and I just wanted to thank all of you for being on, and hopefully we'll see a bunch of you in Private Money Club. Stephen, anything you want to close up with?
I love it. I love it. I love it. See you guys in there. Friend me when you join. Let's get some conversation started.
All righty. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. We're putting up tons of them, but I think if you like this one, you'll probably like that video as well. Not only that, I've got a book that I created, Mapping Out the Millionaire Mystery, where we actually show you what the wealthy do in the game they play with money. I want you to have that for free. And if you want to know about all my new videos coming up, click that alert button. Actually, smash that alert button, and you'll be notified every time we put a new video. So we'll see you on the next episode.